She does not like me. She makes it very uncomfortable when I did take the kids to see him. She was constantly outside. She would just look at me, stare at me, and make me feel very uncomfortable. I never addressed her.
The state calls Miss Bush as a witness.
Melissa Bush,
And who are you married to?
McKinley Bush.
And has a petition for divorce been filed?
No.
And do you have any children with Mr. Bush?
Yes, I do.
And what are their names and ages?
Brooklyn Noelle Bush, she is 5, and Braxton Olivia Bush, she is 2.
Okay. And were both children born within the marriage, ma'am?
Yes.
And when were you married to Mr. Bush?
June of 2015 to current.
And who makes the major decisions for your children?
I do.
And does Mr. Bush ever participate in those decisions?
No, he has not.
And would you like to allow him an opportunity to participate in those decisions going forward?
No.
And why is it in the best interest of your children for you to make all those decisions?
He's been absent since last year, and I've been making those decisions currently. And he does not show any reason that he wants to help, or make any decisions with me.
And would you like to be able to move anywhere with your children?
Yes.
And why is that in the best interest of your children for you to be able to move anywhere?
They do have family in Maryland, and it's just his mom. So I do keep in contact with her, and it's been talked about moving over there closer to her, but we're not sure.
Okay. And do you have any work or educational opportunities outside of El Paso?
No, not as of now.
And has Mr. Bush visited the children since the separation?
He once in October, but that's when they had COVID, and he dropped off a gallon of orange juice and left. That's the only time he saw them.
Okay. Do you have any concerns about him visiting the children?
Not with him, but with his girlfriend.
Is his girlfriend, how does she act towards the children?
I'm not sure. They really didn't tell me. I never asked them either, just because I didn't want them to feel like I was interrogating them. But I did ask if, she was okay with them, and she said yes. But my 5-year-old would say that her and him constantly fought about me. So she does not like me. She makes it very uncomfortable when I did take the kids to see him, when he was visiting him. She was constantly outside. She would just look at me, stare at me, and make me feel very uncomfortable. I never addressed her because I had no reason to. I would just address him.
Okay. And has there ever been family violence between you and this girlfriend?
No, she's threatened to fight me. But other than that, no.
And for the record, what is her name, if you know?
Her name is Jacqueline. I don't remember her last name. I know it's with an F, but I really don't remember her last name.
And do you feel that it's in the best interest of your children not to be around this individual during visitation?
No, because I think they live together and it wouldn't be fair, but I just wouldn't want her, if drop off and pick up, I wouldn't want to see her.
Okay. And has there ever been family violence between you and Mr. Bush?
No, ma'am.
So you believe it's in the best interest of your children to continue to visit with Mr. Bush, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And do you know if Mr. Bush is working?
No, he's not.
Do you
From
know if
the,
he has any, oh,
go ahead.
sorry,
Sorry.
go ahead.
No, I don't know if he's working.
What sources of income does he have?
He gets his VA benefits.
Do you know how much he receives in VA benefits?
About $3,200 a month.
Do you know if he has any other sources of income?
No, I do not.
Do you know if he has any other children?
No, he does not have any other children.
Do you know if he has TRICARE available for the children?
I am not sure, but he does have Tri-West for himself.
Do you know how much it would be for him to add the children
I
to that
actually
insurance?
no, I do not.
Would you like him to add the children to that insurance?
Yes, I would.
And for your continued safety, would you like your address and other information to remain confidential?
Yes.
And if you recall, what month and year did you separate from Mr. Bush?
We separated March of 2020.
That's when you stopped living together as a family?
Correct.
And has he provided any support since that time?
He just gave me about $150 a month from then to September, and then he stopped.
So from March 2020 to September of 2020, he gave you $150 a month?
Correct.
And would you like to give him credit for that amount as against any retroactive child support judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor. Pass the witness.
Okay. Ms. Bush, how are the children covered on health insurance right now?
They have Medicaid right now.
Okay. Is there any reason that you can think of why he doesn't have TRICARE for the children?
From what he's told me, he's not 100% disabled, so they haven't offered that to him. But I am not sure.
All right. You said that he's giving you some support from March 2020 to September, but then he stopped?
Correct. We had a joint bank account and he would leave me money in there. I mean, I would assume it was for me. And I would take it from there. And then in September, he changed his bank and no longer was money being deposited from the VA to the bank.
And so he hasn't given you any money since September?
No, no.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Any other questions, Ms. Kaplan?
Yes, Ms. Bush, to your knowledge, are VA benefits tax-free?
Yes.
No further questions.
All right, based on the testimony presented here today, I'm going to go ahead and appoint Ms. Bush sole managing conservator of the children. It would be standard visitation schedule, standard possession order, on condition that all visitation is to be supervised by Ms. Bush or any other person that she designates to supervise the visitation. I'll grant the request for non-disclosure of her request. Her information not be disclosed in a court order. There will be no geographical restriction. And let me see here. Ms. Bush, do you want the children? Okay, I know you want the children to be covered in health insurance. You want to continue on the Medicaid, or you want Mr. Bush to be ordered to provide the health insurance through his TRICARE? It's available.
If he could provide it through TRICARE, I would appreciate that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Let me see. All right. State recommendation on child support obligations.
Your Honor, based on the fact that per Ms. Bush's testimony, Mr. Bush is receiving $3,200 in VA benefits monthly, and that is a tax-free benefit. And the state has calculated the child support to be $764 a month based on the tax-free benefit amount with no other children. This amount does include a credit for $144 cash medical reimbursements at 4.5% of gross. The state defers to the court as to whether or not to provide government insurance in this case, or to order Mr. Bush to provide TRICARE West. The state has further calculated a retroactive child support judgment of $9,796. This was calculated for a period of 14 months from March 2020 until today, May 11, 2021, using the amount of the 764, giving credit for a period of 6 months from March of 2020 till September of 2020, when per Ms. Bush's testimony, Mr. Bush did pay $150. So after applying the $150 credit for a total of a $900 credit towards the obligation, the state is left with a retroactive judgment of $9,796. The state is requesting that that judgment be repaid at $100 a month until paid beginning June 1st, 2021. All obligations beginning June 1st, 2021.
Okay. All right. All right. On the child support, I didn't quite clear. It wasn't clear as to the amount of the child support that's being recommended.
The child support that's recommended is $764.
Okay.
This is
right.
with giving credit for $144 cash medical. The state is unclear at this time as to how much it would be for Mr. Bush to provide TRICARE West in this case.
Why is it so? That's where I'm trying to figure out why it's 764.
Because the $3,200 is a tax-free benefit. So the net resources in this case, after giving credit for $144 cash medical, are $3,056. After applying 25% to that net, the state arrives at a child support amount of $764. If taxes were applied to the $3,200 benefit, then the child support amount would be $642 after applying $144 credit for cash medical.
But if I order that he provide the TRICARE, and it seems like that's what Ms. Bush wants us to do, or to provide the TRICARE for the children, what would be the resulting calculation on child support?
Well, without giving the credit for the cash medical, the child support amount would be $800. This is with giving no credit for any cost associated with providing health insurance.
All right, I'll go ahead and do, I'll set child support at $800 a month. That's based on 2 children before the court, tax-free income of $3,200. I will order Mr. Bush to provide the TRICARE for the children since it is available. And he would be ordered to provide that health insurance and provide proof of that coverage to Ms. Bush once he has done that. As the retroactive support, I think you need to recalculate the retroactive support since I'm setting it based on $800.
Yes, Your Honor. $800 times 14 months is $11,200 minus the $9,000 credit is $10,300.
Judgment for retroactive support $10,300, and keep the same payment of $100 on the retroactive support.
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll confirm a retroactive judgment at $10,300. Order Mr. Bush to pay that judgment off at a rate of an additional $100 a month These payments are to commence on June 1st, and all payments must be made through the registry of the court through the state disbursement unit. Okay. Does that cover all the issues, Ms. Kaplan?
Yes, Your Honor, it does.
All right. Okay, go ahead, prepare the order, send it to me through that DocuSign, and I'll sign it. And once I receive it, I'll sign it. And the order will then be filed with the clerk's office and copies will be sent out to the parties. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, that concludes our hearing in this case then. Parties are excused. Thank you, Ms. Bush. Have a nice, safe
Thank you as well, Your Honor. Have a great